my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some spring farmhouse decor DIYs. I'm so excited that spring is finally here, and I've been putting away a lot of my winter decor and pulling out a lot of my spring stuff, as well as making a lot of my own spring decor. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you 3 different DIYs. If you guys want to see what I came up with, then just keep watching. The first DIY, I'm going to be making some bird's nests in these terracotta pots, and I'm going to be using the pots, some paintbrushes, paint, some jute, my hot glue gun, some brown and green moss, as well as these fake robin's eggs. And I'm going to be taking this Waverly Inspirations chalk paint in the color ivory, and I'm just going to be painting this with 1 coat over these terracotta pots. And I picked these pots up at Target in the dollar spot, but you can get them at your local craft store, or even Walmart or Dollar Tree have them as well. And I'm just going to be making sure that it's covered, but not like completely a thick coat over it, because I still want to see some of that terracotta color coming through. Now I'm going to be taking this Art Minds chalk paint in the color espresso, and I'm just going to be dry brushing this onto the pots that I painted in the ivory color. And I'm just making sure that there's hardly any paint on my brush, so that when I'm dry brushing over the pots, that it's coming off in places that I want it to when I press harder with my brush. But I also want to still be able to see that ivory color, just so that the pots have more of like a distressed, dirty look to them. Next, I'm going to be taking this jute and wrapping it around the underneath lip part of these pots, and I'm going to be doing that with my hot glue gun, and I'm going to be wrapping it around about 3 times. And I like this because it gives it more of a farmhouse rustic look. You can totally leave the pots as is without doing this, but I really like the look of the jute. I'm going to be taking this brown and green moss that I picked up from Dollar Tree, and it does come in 2 separate packages, but I had already mixed mine, and I'm just going to be placing that into the pots, and then simply placing these robin's eggs that I picked up from Hobby Lobby and just placing them on top of the moss. And that's it for this DIY. DIY number 2 is a pedestal birdhouse, and I'm going to be making these by using a unfinished candlestick and an unfinished birdhouse that I picked up from Hobby Lobby, as well as some jute and my hot glue gun. And I'm just starting out by painting the unfinished wood with some chalk paint. I'm painting my birdhouse in 3 different colors, and I'll have all of those listed down below. You can definitely skip this step and get a birdhouse that's already finished. They are inexpensive, but I did have all the paint at home, so I figured I would just go ahead and paint my own. Here I'm just touching up a few spots that I missed the first time around and making sure that everything's covered. Here I'm just going to be adding some jute around the bottom edge of the birdhouse using my hot glue gun. I thought the birdhouse was a little plain and wanted to add just a little bit of something extra, plus it adds a little bit of that farmhouse vibe that I like so much. I'm going to be adding some jute to the little peg of the birdhouse, and I'm just going to be doing that by using my hot glue gun once again and putting a little bit of glue on the peg, and then wrapping the jute around so that it sticks to the peg. This part was a little tricky for me, and it did take me a few times to get it just right. For the last step, I'm going to be attaching the birdhouse and the candlestick with my hot glue gun. I'm just going to be putting the hot glue around the base of the candlestick and sticking on the house. You could use E6000 for this as well. DIY number 3, I'm going to be making a spring wreath using a grapevine wreath, some cutters, and these flowers, which I believe are forsythia flowers. And I'm just going to be taking sections of those flowers and then placing them in and out of my grapevine wreath, just making sure that they're attached well so they don't fall out. I'm making sure everything's attached really well by sticking the branches of the flowers down in between the grapevines and then working the flowers in between the grapevines as well. And I highly suggest using floral cutters for this. I could not find mine anywhere, so I kind of had to just work with what I had. These DIYs are perfect for spring and were so much fun to make. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe before leaving. Also in the comments down below, let me know what kind of videos you want to see from me next. Thank you so much for watching.